We are still working our way through the Flylady Back to Basics. Today, we're going to talk about decluttering, so stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Okay, so today we are talking about decluttering. I know for so many of you, decluttering is such a hard thing to do. Maybe you are overwhelmed because you feel like you are buried in clutter, or maybe you're on the other side of this and you declutter pretty regularly. Maybe you have done some major declutters in the past, but you still have a few areas in your home that you just kind of struggle with. Today we're going to talk about how to tackle that. All right, so with the Flylady Back to Basics series, we have already talked about our daily routines, we have talked about the weekly home blessing, and we have also talked about the basic weekly plan. The next thing we are going to add to our habits is decluttering. I want to tell you guys that decluttering should be a habit. If it's not a habit, we are going to make it a habit. I have found that even though I've already decluttered my home, it is something that I have to do continually. Your home is never going to be completely clutter free. People are going to give you gifts. You are going to purchase things throughout the year. Your kids are going to bring things into the home. Your kids are going to outgrow clothes and shoes and things like that. As the school years change over, there's things that they need and then don't need anymore. So as you continue to bring things into your home, you're always going to have to set aside some time to declutter. All right, so where does decluttering fit into the Flylady system? The way you are going to declutter is you are going to set a timer and you are going to declutter for 15 minutes at a time. The reason the Flylady suggests doing 15 minutes at a time is so that you don't become overwhelmed. How many of you have decided that you're going to declutter your whole master closet? You've gone in there, you've taken everything out, you've got clothes and shoes and purses and memory boxes and all kind of things. They're all over your room, and then you're a few hours into this process and then you lose momentum, you lose steam. You've got to go make kid lunches, or maybe you are just done. Maybe you just don't have the energy to keep going, and now your room is even worse than it ever was before. This is the thing that we want to avoid. So by simply decluttering 15 minutes at a time, you're never going to make this giant mess that you can't finish. So where do you start? If you're familiar with the Flylady system, you know that we clean our home in zones. Now, if you haven't started zone cleaning yet, you can go to the Flylady's website. You can see what zone we are on for the week, or maybe you just kind of keep up with it on your own, or maybe you use the Flylady app. If you go there, it will tell you what zone we are on. I recommend whatever zone we are in for the Flylady system that week. I recommend taking 15 minutes each day and just decluttering in that zone. This is going to make it so each week you're probably going to declutter for 15 minutes in a whole room, and then the next week you're going to move to another area. So you're going to just continue to do this. You are going to continue to work on that clutter just one little bite at a time. You guys have probably heard the saying, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. That is exactly what we're going to do with our clutter. We're going to set our timer for 15 minutes and we're going to work on one small area. We're going to focus and we're going to declutter, and we're going to do it just a little at a time. So an example, say we are in zone 2, which is the kitchen. You're going to set your timer and you are going to pick a drawer. I would start somewhere easy like your silverware drawer. Open it up. Is there trash in there that you can take out? Maybe there are things in there that don't belong in there. Take those things out of that drawer, put them where they do go. If you've got a bunch of stuff that's in there that you don't need, maybe you've got like just random things or maybe duplicates of things, figure out what you don't actually need and you can get rid of it. You can donate it, you can trash it, you can do whatever it is that you need to do. Once that timer goes off, you're done. The next day, you are going to pick another area. Say this day you want to pick like one shelf in a cabinet. Not the entire cabinet, but just one shelf. You're going to set your timer. You're going to look through that shelf. you're gonna ask yourself, is there anything here that is trash? Number one, is it broken? Can I get rid of it? Are there things here that don't belong in the kitchen? Maybe you need to grab those things and go put them where they go. You're just gonna assess that area and you are going to declutter. Now, I know some areas are gonna be harder than others. That's why I always suggest starting somewhere easy, because the more you do this, the more confidence you're gonna build in yourself, and then it will get easier as you have done this just a little at a time. Once you get to some of the areas that are harder, like I said, you're gonna have confidence in yourself to kind of start making some decisions. All right, guys, so it's a different day, as you can tell. I have just done some outside chores. I've done my walk. I haven't had my shower yet, but I did want to get in some decluttering. So today I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes and I'm going to go through my master closet and see what I can get rid of. For me, I know that I need to declutter when my spaces start feeling tight and closed in. So in my master closet right now, you can kind of just see an overview of it. I've got too many shoes and I need to do something with it. I've also got some pieces of clothing that I need to declutter because I'm not wearing them. I had my colors done last year, and since then I've kind of like bought a lot of things, and some of them, the colors I've gotten right, some of them I can tell they're not my best and I don't gravitate towards them, so it's time for me to get rid of them. So I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes and I'm going to see what I can declutter from my master closet. Okay, so I'll show you what I got rid of in a few minutes, but this doesn't look a whole lot different, but it is a little different. I got rid of quite a few things over here. Up here, this shelf is a little better. I got rid of one thing from there, just kind of straightened it up. I've got another purse that I'm kind of on the fence about, so for now I'm just going to leave it. And this is where the bulk of items left. So I told you I had too many shoes. And the other thing is, I was really hoping that I could make some room by emptying a full shelf to put towels. We don't have room in our bathroom cabinet for towels, so we just had them in a basket in our bedroom. but obviously I don't want them like on a shelf that has shoes. So this works. I like to keep 4 extra towels. We've got 2 hanging up in the bathroom, so that's plenty for us to kind of rotate through. And then I left some empty space because my husband likes to have a place to put his clothes when he sets them out the night before. The other thing I left room for is I do need a new pair of tennis shoes, so I left some space for that. But overall, I know it's really kind of hard to see in here, but I got rid of a lot. And there's some breathing room now, which is the main thing. All right, so in the chair you can see I've got 10 items of clothing that I am letting go of. These are all things that I've just kind of hung on to and kind of just paid attention to, and I'm not wearing them, so they are going. I also made the decision to get rid of this purse. This was a favorite purse for so long. It's real leather. It's one of my favorite colors, but as a true winter, this is not my best color in leather. This is not one of my best browns. I do still wear this color. I've got another purse that I gravitate towards more than this one. That's why I decided to go ahead and let that one go. And then I got rid of several pairs of shoes. I'm going to talk about this in another video, but having too many shoes is overwhelming to me. So some of these, while I like them and I do wear them some, again, they're not necessarily my best color since I've had my colors done, and I've got things that I just reach for more, so we're gonna let these go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of shoes gone. So 6 pairs of shoes, 1 purse, and 10 items of clothing. So that is how we declutter. We declutter 15 minutes at a time every single day. Now I know some of you are thinking, there is no way I can set aside 15 minutes every single day to declutter. Don't let that stop you. Maybe you have 15 minutes on a Saturday. Set your timer for 15 minutes, declutter. I do want to encourage you guys though to start. You have to start. So let me know in the comments, what is one thing you're going to focus on decluttering this week? And tell me how many times you are going to commit to setting your timer for 15 minutes. Maybe for the week, you're going to do it 15 minutes every single day, 7 days a week. Maybe you know that realistically, you can only do this maybe 2 or 3 times. That's okay. We're all going to start and we're going to work on that clutter just one little bite at a time. So let me know in the comments how many times this week you are going to set your timer to declutter and what area you're going to start in. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below, and I will see you guys soon.